All right. So welcome to online medical billing and coding. My name is Miss Brandy or Miss B, whichever you prefer. Um, I'm going to be your instructor through this course. The course is about 8 months long. We have 8 different, what are called modules, like 8 different classes. Excuse me. And let's see, we're about halfway through right now. We're in module 154. They run from 151 to 158. So we're starting in 154. You guys are kind of jumping in, and we will circle all the way back around before you guys graduate, and y'all will actually end in this same module that you started in. Okay. A little bit about myself. I have been doing medical billing and coding for about 7 years, a little over 7 years, I think. I've worked in many different specialties, pediatrics, cardiovascular stuff, trauma, um, general hospitalists. I've done billing for them. I've done ambulance billing and coding, just a whole plethora of medical billing and coding work experience. So my goal is to be able to share some of that firsthand knowledge with you guys, to help y'all take that when y'all are done with this course and off to find a career, find that perfect job that you're looking for. Hopefully, I can help you with that. Um, let's see. I live in North Louisiana. I'm up in the Shreveport, Bossier City area. I'm originally from South Louisiana, though, way down. I don't know if y'all know where Morgan City is, but I'm from that general area. I've lived here for about 2 years. Came here for my husband's job. So I'm married. We have one 4-year-old who is a hot mess express and runs our house. So she is my little world. So when y'all can't reach me, it's probably because I'm dealing with her. My office hours are going to be 8 to 5, but you guys can feel free to text message me anytime. I ask that you kind of cap that around midnight area, because after that, I'm probably going to be in bed. But and if I don't, if you guys text me, because I know a lot of y'all work, so you're going to be working on your assignments and stuff late at night, weekends, all of that. That's why I say go ahead and text me. But if for some reason I don't get back with you and it's after my office hours, I will get back with you the next morning that we're in session, okay, that we're in class. It's like if you text me on Saturday and I don't answer you back, just know that you will hear from me Monday. And I'll probably text you and say, hey, I'm tied up this weekend. Can we catch up with this on Monday? Usually I'll let you know if there's a reason I can't help you right then and there. But 8 times out of 10, I'll drop whatever I'm doing and jump on and help you guys do whatever you need to do. Okay. There's flexibility. That's one of the great things about online is that we have a lot of flexibility. So if you guys have work obligations or life obligations that pop up and you can't finish an assignment, or if your internet goes down, we have a lot of bad weather where I live and my internet is kind of spotty when our weather is bad. So I understand when that stuff happens. Just shoot me a text and let me know, hey, I can't do this today. I'll have to finish it tomorrow and catch up. And that'll be fine. 10 times out of 10 on that, I'm gonna say, okay, no problem. So again, I have that flexibility for when y'all have something going on, but y'all got to communicate with me. You got to communicate. If I don't know it's wrong, I can't fix it. Okay. And if I don't know you're having an issue, I can't help you with it or help you through it, you know. But, that's a little bit about me. That's pretty much all there is, other than I love teaching you guys billing and coding. It's a fun subject for me. I personally prefer the billing side of things to the coding side of things, but both are very important if you want to do one or the other. You have to have some knowledge of the other. Let's see. All right, so a little bit about class expectations. My number one is the communication. We're online. We're not going to see each other face to face very much. I usually have one Zoom lecture a week. So that might be the only time you guys see me face to face. But you could text me every day. I have students that text me every day, and it's not a problem. It's great. I love to hear from y'all. There are no silly questions, especially when you're getting started, okay? Because I know you guys are looking at a bunch of stuff that you've never looked at before, and it looks like so much information and so much to do. But once you get into it, it's really not. I do not overload you guys with work. Your assignments, like the chapter exercises, may have 5 questions, and I'll ask you to do 2 or 3 of those. So a total of 15 questions is your entire assignment. It's not a super overload work amount, because I know you guys are working. I know most of y'all have kids. So I try to make it, as bearable as possible while you still learn things. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about Unitech's expectation as far as attendance. They expect you to attend class Monday through Friday. The way they count the attendance is for assignments that you turn in. Every day that you turn in an assignment, you get attendance for that day. And when I say turn it in, the majority of your assignments are going to ask you to upload a document. And basically all that is, I want you to get on either Microsoft Word or Google Docs, whatever your preferred method of typing something up is. Type out your answers, and you're going to upload that to the assignment page. Okay, just a list of the answers. That's all I'm looking for. And you're going to upload that document onto the assignment page, and that's considered submitted or turned in. And then you get your attendance. Okay, so if you guys go a couple of days without being in class, without turning something in, I'm going to send you a text message, usually first, asking, hey, I saw you've been out for a couple of days. Do you need help with anything? Is everything okay? I'm going to check on you, okay? Because again, if I don't know it's wrong, I can't help you through it. After you are absent, after you've no attendance for 14 days, you are automatically dropped from the program. Okay. And then if you are dropped for no attendance, you cannot get back in the program for an entire year, 12 calendar months. You have to wait an entire year before you can get back in. So we don't want that to happen to anybody. And you got to think about it, that's 2 weeks with no communication, no submission of assignments, anything. That should never really be a thing. And again, if y'all are communicating with me, I can help you work through whatever you got going on. So that attendance policy for Unitech starts today. It starts day 1. You've got to submit an assignment before 11:55 p.m. tonight in order to be active in the class. Okay. I generally ask, the only thing you need to do on day 1 is read over whatever chapter we're in. And this week we are in chapter 16 in your book, and we're going to go over book access in just a minute. Today is going to be, let's see. What I do to make attendance really easy for you guys is I offer you a question of the day. It's a question that's going to take about 5 minutes. You could probably Google search the answer, type it up on a quick document, and throw it on the assignment page. That's really all I want y'all to do today is read over chapter 16 and do today's question of the day. And you're going to look in the assignment list. It's going to say QOD 18 of 40. Today is day 18 of the module. Okay, this module is 40 days long. We're on day 18. You're not responsible for any assignments before today. Anything that came before day 18 of 40, don't worry about it. I'm going to end up dropping those grades sometime in the next couple of days when I get around to grading again. Okay. So when you sign in and you see an F, it's because it's looking at all those assignments that you weren't here for that I'm going to drop. Okay. So don't let that freak you out. But today's question of the day, I'll give y'all an example. Sometimes they have to do with the content, and sometimes it's a random trivia question. Like today, Which is the highest waterfall in the world? Easy Google search, right? But that's just an example. That's today's question of the day. That's the question I want y'all to answer and submit in your assignments to get your attendance for today. And that'll make you active in the course. Okay. If there's any questions about that, let me know. Well, do y'all have any questions about the attendance policy?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. If y'all do have questions, just shoot me a text. I'm very easy to get in touch with. Okay, so let's talk about books a little bit. Has everyone gone into Evolve and created their account?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody's good. Ariel, how about you?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay. Were y'all able to redeem the code and get access to your ebooks?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
You were having issues with it, Shakana?
Yes, ma'am. I didn't get a code.
It was in, if you go back to the email that Jana Peterson sent you with the directions for setting up the account, if you scroll down, it's listed in that email at the bottom.
Okay.
That's where you can find that code. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And once you do that, once you redeem that code, it'll put you, it'll give you this option that says Vital Source Library, and you'll click into that, and that's where your ebooks, it's kind of like they call it a bookshelf. That Vital Source Library is your bookshelf, and it holds all of your ebooks. And I think you should have 5. I have a book list posted on our course, which I'll show you guys in a minute. I'm going to jump in there and we're going to kind of walk around and look through some things, some important things for y'all to know. But if y'all have any questions or concerns or any issues related to the books, reach out to me first. I'm going to be your first point of contact with whatever issues y'all have going forward. If it's a financial aid issue, I'll get you in touch with your counselor or your advisor. If it's a leave of absence or withdrawal thing that y'all need help with, I'll get you in touch with the registrar. But come to me first with any questions and stuff, okay? Okay, so you guys have about 5 or 6 ebooks that you're going to have right now. And then after you put in today's assignment and become active, tomorrow morning, we will mail out your printed manuals. Okay, and your printed manuals, they are going to be coding manuals. Those are the only books you receive in print. There's going to be 3 of them. And you will get those. You should get them by next Friday. Okay. There are assignments that you guys are going to see that ask you to find a CPT code. You can only find those in a CPT manual. What I want you to do for those questions, Google search for the answer. And if Google doesn't come up with anything, write no manual. I'm not going to count against you for something you can't possibly do. Okay. So again, if Google does not give you the answer, write no manual. Same thing with tests. If we happen to take a test in between now and the time that you get your books, no manual.
So you want this as one answer, no manual?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just for those questions. Like if it asks you for a CPT code, it'll give you a space to type it in. Just type in no manual.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so that's about that for books. I think that's about covers that. What I want to do now is share my screen and jump into the e-learning site. Have all of y'all been able to log in and kind of look around at all?
Yes, ma'am.
I have.
Good. What about you, Miss Patricia?
Yes, I have. I'm sorry.
Awesome. No, you're good. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. So what I'm going to do is share my screen. Now mine is going to look a little bit different from yours because I'm faculty. So I'm going to have a few more options that you guys don't have. But for the most part, it's going to be the same. Okay, so let me move my little window. All right, so after you guys log in at your My Unitech site, what you're going to do, you're going to have some options up here. Up here, home and academics will be your first two. And you're going to click on academics. And when you do that, it's going to bring up your courses. Okay. And currently we are in course or module 154 in medical billing and coding. So that's MBC 154. And you guys are in this 17 group. I don't think you'll have anything else listed there, but this is the one you want to click on if you do. MBC 154, it's group 17. So you'll click on that to get into your course, and it'll bring you to this overview page. Something that you guys are going to want to look at every now and then, just like every couple of days, is this latest news section. Okay. I'm going to post if I have an impromptu meeting or if we don't have class a certain day. If there's an important announcement of any type, I'm going to put it in the news and announcements. So the latest one, if there's something new, will pop up right here. Okay. You can also get to your news and announcements via the page link, this menu over here on your left-hand side. You click news and announcements, and it brings you to the list. Right. Like yesterday, we had a CPT workshop, which once you guys get your manuals, we'll have another one. And that way you guys can get acclimated and familiar with that manual, because we have already gone through that module where we learn the CPT manual. So what I've been doing is doing workshops every couple of weeks to help the new students acclimate to that once they get those manuals. If you do not get those manuals by next Friday, definitely let me know, okay? So I can get them ordered. We can track the shipment and see what happened. But they're going to ship to whatever address you guys gave to Unitech. All right, and I just post different things here. Definitely go check it out. I had a CPT workshop last night. This is a little presentation I put together that has some current job postings in the medical billing and coding field. So y'all can get an idea of what's out there, what you'll qualify for once you're done with this course. Here is, when I got this list, I went ahead and put it in news and announcements. These are the books, this top section are the books that are going to be mailed to you by next Friday. And these are the ebooks that you have. Please go through and check and make sure that you have all of those ebooks. You will need them later on in the course. The book that we are focused on right now, when I ask you to read in the textbook or do a chapter review, it's going to be this book in your ebooks, Step by Step for Medical Coding. Okay. There's a book and there's also a workbook that goes along with it. Those are, right now, those are the only two ebooks you're going to be messing with for this module. Excuse me. We're getting over being sick. Everybody in my house was sick for like the past 2 weeks. And I still have a little cough, so y'all just bear with me. But so you definitely want to check out the news and announcements every few days. See if there's anything new or relevant. Okay. All right. So another page that you guys are going to use a lot is this course assignments. This is where you're going to find all of your work that you need to turn in. Okay. I'm going to change my view so that it kind of looks more like what you guys see. All right, so when you pop in your course assignments, depending on where you are, it's going to show you the next ones that are due. They arrange by due date. And then you'll see the daily assignments and QOD section. Okay, that's going to be this top section up here. You see daily assignments and QODs. And the way they list out day 1 of 40, daily assignment, question of the day for 1 of 40, and so on, 2 of 40, 3 of 40, 4 of 40. And you just keep on going down. Okay. And like I said, you guys are going to be starting on day 18 of 40. So you're going to scroll down until you see that. And you see day 18 of 40 daily assignment. It gives you a brief description of what you need to do for that assignment. And then you see the QOD 18 of 40 here. All right, so when you guys pop in and you're ready to do that question of the day, do that assignment for today, you're going to click on QOD 18 of 40, and it's going to bring up the assignment page. Okay. All right, so you will see your question is listed here, which is the highest waterfall in the world. Your instructions are to submit answer to the question above. You must upload at least one file. Okay. This is where you would go in and on your computer, type up that answer in a Word document or a Google Docs document, whichever way you want to go. Is fine with me. Any type of PDF will upload here. Okay. If y'all are ever having problems uploading, every now and then our site kind of gets glitchy. If you're ever having problems uploading, the first thing you need to do is close everything out, log out, close out your screen, everything, and then open everything back up. Once it refreshes, it may work itself out. If that doesn't happen, you can email me the assignment. Or if you're just without internet completely, you can write it in a notebook, take a picture of it with your phone, and send it to me via text message. Okay, but that's I want that to be your last effort. Try to upload it first. You can also, if it won't upload forever for whatever reason, add a comment here, and you can leave it in the comments. That would be fine as well. Okay, as long as it's there somewhere for me to read it, I can grade it. Okay. But the preferred method is this upload. So you'll click right here on upload a file. It'll bring up another little upload box where you have to choose the file that you want to upload. You're going to click that, and it's going to bring up Moxie Manager. And basically what Moxie Manager is, think of it as an online filing cabinet. Okay. You're going to upload your file from your computer into Moxie Manager. You pick your file. Let me pick one. Sure. I'm just going to pick a random file. You'll see it popped up at the top of this box. And I'm going to insert, and you'll see the name of your file there. And you click add file. And then it says upload a file, or if you're finished, turn in your question of the day, 18 to 40. You're going to click turn in your question of the day. Okay. It does not mark this assignment as completed until you turn it in. Okay. So you're going to click turn it in. And then it'll say this daily assignment in QOD has been turned in. So there you go. And that's how you do the assignment. They're almost all like that. 90% of them are file upload assignments. Every now and then we have a discussion question. Every now and then we have a Zoom lecture. And sometimes, there's exams throughout. Usually whenever we finish with a chapter. Okay. All right. So any questions about how to upload an assignment?
No.
Awesome. And what's the assignment you guys are going to focus on today?
Which is the highest waterfall in the world.
Excellent. Yeah. Today's question of the day is what we're going to focus on. All right, so that's fantastic. If you guys have got that, you're good. Just a couple more pages that are available to you that I want to go over. This resources page is super handy. If you guys need a quick refresher on how to upload an assignment, view your grade, answer a discussion forum question, view your attendance record, this page has about seven videos on how to do different functions in this site. All right. And what's great about these is that there's no fluff. These are 3 to 5 minute videos that walk you just step by step through the action. Okay. So, and again, no fluff, no extra, just step by step how you do something. So that's super handy if you get stuck or need a refresher. All right, let's see, resources. Discussion forum is where you're going to find your discussion questions. Course calendar, I actually do not use very much because I do my own calendar for you guys. You can find your course syllabus on the syllabus page. If you're ever wondering what book you're in, that's found on your syllabus. And again, this one is step-by-step medical coding. The chat we don't use because we can text message and email. And also, I'm going to send you guys an invitation to an app called Remind. And it just lets me send out mass messages to the entire class. So please accept that. You can view your grade on the grade book, your attendance record on the attendance page. Course information is basically just my contact information. And there's also some contact information for our online campus director and our director of education for online services. Their contact information is there as well. Okay, the week at a glance. This is the calendar that I put out for you guys that kind of lays out your assignments. And you can see it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever daily assignment you have, whatever lab assignment you have, and your questions of the day. Now, one of the great things about being in class online, you're going to have these assignments due on these specific days, okay? But because we are online and we have that flexibility, I give you until Sunday to complete your assignments without losing any points, okay? Now, with that being said, understand that Monday's assignments, you have until Sunday to do them. Friday's assignments, you still have until that same Sunday, okay? It's the Sunday after the week. You don't have, for Friday's assignments, you don't have an entire week. You've got the weekend, basically. Everything has to be in by 11:55 Sunday evening. Okay.
So we wanted to, can we work ahead?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I post all the assignments. I usually open up 1 week on that previous Friday. Friday, I open up the assignments for the next week. So if you want to take the weekend and work on some of that stuff for next week, that's perfectly fine. Get ahead of the game. I'm all about it. Let's see. So that's week at a glance. If you ever just want to kind of look at what you got for the week laid out nice and pretty. The PowerPoints page is where you're going to find all of your PowerPoints presentations for the chapters. You see chapter 12 and chapter 13. I've got to go in today and add a few more. So there'll be a few more available after today. And then virtual meetings. Okay. You can see, this is where I put all of the recordings of the meetings that we have, whether they be onboarding, lecture, or one of my extra workshops. Okay, and you can see last night's CPT workshop is posted there. Y'all can go back and look at that if you want to. Our chapter 15 lecture was there. The week before we did it was actually not so much a lecture, but just kind of an activity. and then onboarding. And then I think all the rest on here are onboarding as well. Yeah. But all of those recordings can be found on this virtual meetings page. Okay. All right. So any questions about your e-learning system or how to do anything in the My Unitech site?
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
No?
You think y'all got it pretty good?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, guys, if y'all don't have anything else for me, we covered books, we covered assignments for today. The Remind app, I told you guys about that. Text message me anytime. I will tell y'all this also. If y'all email me and it's after 5 o'clock, I'm not going to get it till the next morning. I shut my computer, my email off at 5, and I don't look at it again until 8 o'clock the next morning when I go back to work. And that's so I can spend time with my kid. If you guys text message me and you need me to do something, I have no problem popping on my computer for a minute and doing what you need me to do. But I'm not going to sit all night after I'm off work and look at emails when I could be spending time with my daughter and my husband, right?
Understand that.
So if it's after hours and you need something, shoot me a text. All right. And if you guys don't have anything else for me,
Well, I have a question.
what you got?
Okay, so I was looking at the assignment thing. So is the workbook is that in the online book?
Yes, the workbook is in your ebooks.
Oh, baby.
So question, when are we responsible for actual coursework?
You can start that as soon as you want to. I say concentrate on the question of the day, and catching up with the chapter today so that
Yes.
hopefully y'all can jump into coursework tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just use Google to answer the questions in the,
Yeah. If it asks you to reference a CPT manual or an
Okay.
ICD-10 manual, that's when you'll Google search.
Okay.
Any other questions that don't reference those manuals, you should be able to find in the text in the
Gotcha.
chapter. Yep. And let's see. Yeah, and see, part of their daily assignment for today was to finish reading chapter 16 anyway. So y'all are actually not real far off from the students that are already going. Yeah.
So
But yeah.
how would it like your test, like how they we have tests like every week?
Yeah, generally. It's generally whenever we finish a chapter, we'll have a test. Like we started chapter 16 yesterday on Monday, and the test for that one is actually going to be on Thursday. It'll be this Thursday. And you guys, because y'all are starting today, y'all will be responsible for taking that test. But they're not super long chapters, guys. They're really not. They're not super long tests. And you have the ability to do them open book. You know, there's nobody watching over your shoulder that says you can't read while you're doing. And also I grant retakes on exams. If you bomb an exam, which happens, it happens, y'all. It really does. And that's okay. I'm more than happy to grant you a retake so it doesn't kill your GPA. I'm more concerned with y'all getting through the material and knowing what you're doing as far as the coding and stuff than really having a perfect exam or a perfect assignment or anything like that. It's not going to be perfect, and I don't grade hard, but you will know the material. That I guarantee you, because I'm going to let you go over the assignments and then I'm going to go over them with you. And you're going to end up reading and rereading the same information. So it's going to sink in and eventually it'll all click. My students, most of them, the most trouble that they're having is just getting used to those coding manuals. And that is the hardest thing. It's getting used to using them. And a lot of people think that billing and coding, you have to memorize a bunch of codes. That's incorrect. You don't memorize codes. Why? Because they change every year. CPT codes, HCPCS codes, diagnosis codes, they are updated yearly as medicine evolves. So it's not memorizing the codes. It's knowing how to use the manual to get the code that's correct. And I'm going to teach you that. So that's what you're here to learn. So don't stress out about not having those books right away. And don't stress out when you start doing assignments and it asks you to find a CPT code or to find an ICD-10 code. After you get your manual, you'll be able to do that through the book. But until then, you can probably Google search and come up with, if not the exact answer, something really close. All right. Any other questions for me?
No, ma'am.
Very good. And like I said, that's what I want y'all to focus on, the QOD for today. But if y'all want to work on those other assignments, I'm going to give you credit for whatever you do. So if you want to do those other assignments today, feel free. Feel free. Absolutely.
So we will be responsible for the test Thursday.
Yes.
Okay.
Chapter 16.
Chapter 16. Yes, ma'am.
Do we use the workbook as a secondary?
You will sometimes, I will give you assignments out of your workbook.
Okay.
Like, I think actually today, no, it was yesterday, they had an assignment that was out of their workbook. You won't have one in the workbook for the rest of the week, I don't think. Oh, sorry, Friday. Friday, you'll have, your lab will be a workbook assignment. You may have 1 or 2 workbook assignments a week. They're not usually huge assignments. It's just basically extra practice.
Okay.
Oh, and when you come up to an assignment that says complete chapter review, those are located at the end of the chapter in your textbook, okay, in your main book, where you go to read the chapter. Once you're done reading the chapter, you'll see the chapter review sections. That's where those are located. All right. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
Y'all are having some great questions. I love it. All right. Well, if y'all don't have anything else for me, guys, that's all I've really got. I won't take up any more of your precious time today. But if y'all get into those assignments and you have issues, you get stuck, whatever the case may be, just text me. Text me. I'm more than happy to text you back and help you all I can. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. Okay.
Okay.
All right, ladies. Well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And again, welcome to Medical Billing and Coding. I'm so glad to have y'all here.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Have an awesome day.
You too.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Bye-bye.